With the meta pretty much staying as is after the small hit the holiday on the last ban list, I thought I'd make a ban list wishlist video. Ooh, unique content! Which would hopefully shake up the meta a little bit before we get the new world next month or this month or whenever. This list includes 5 cards to add to the list and 5 cards to come off the list. And without further ado, let's get started. Whether it's Invoked Neos or Element Saber Invoked, there's no doubt that the real culprit is the Invoked engine. Alistar's flexibility has made a lot of decks viable, but it has dominated the meta for way too long. Putting Alistar to 3 would completely remove the limit 3s away from Invoked, notably Cosmic Cyclone, and make access to Alistar less consistent. Invoked Purgatrio is the destroyer of boards. Able to attack every monster once and do piercing damage, it can end games on its own and with extremely little commitment required. Also, being able to be boosted by Alistar is even stronger on Purgatrio because of its ability to attack multiple times. Putting it to limit 2 would not only mean less Purgatrios to deal with, but also completely denying access to the limit 2 cards, as Invoked variants are choosing to cut Mega Lancias in favor of cards like Enemy Controller or Concentrating Current, which only make Invoked have way more cheesy ways of ending the game. For the most part, I think Blackwings are in a good spot. However, there is one card that is responsible for Blackwings being a really unfair deck, and that is Ancient Fairy Dragon. It gives the deck an extremely strong going first option, being able to leverage any field spell placed by a skill into Necro Valley. Because of how easy this deck can make level 7 synchros, the Ancient Fairy Dragon into Necro Valley combo is very consistent and can auto-win a lot of matchups. They can get Necro Valley on the field more consistently than Gravekeepers, and that's a problem. Putting Ancient Fairy Dragon to limit 2 would mean that Blackwings cannot run it anymore, because 2 of their most important Blackwings, Raikiri and Orochi, are also at limit 2. Putting it at limit 2 also means that other decks are perfectly able to run Ancient Fairy Dragon and still have access to another limit 2 card, which I think is perfectly fine. Even after the numerous direct and indirect hits to Shiranui, the deck is still very strong, constantly able to pump out synchros and thrive in all sorts of game states. By putting Sun Saga to 1, it is similar to when Invoked Cognitus was put to 1. Once you deal with one Sun Saga, that's it, you don't have to deal with it anymore. Having access to 2 Sun Sagas means that if one Sun Saga is in the grave or banished, the other Sun Saga can recycle it and get a pop with it. Not only does this gain you a ton of advantage, but it also means that Shiranuis have unlimited access to their synchro monsters. Sun Saga to 1 would curb the grind game of this deck, and hopefully bring it down to a more reasonable level. It's time we make use of that forbidden part of the forbidden and limited list. And what better card to start it all off with than that Grass Looks Greener. Grass only gets stronger and stronger as time goes on, being able to fuel the grave with cards and gaining an unbelievable amount of card advantage and tempo. Even at limit 1, Grass continues to show how overpowered it is in Witchcrafters and other decks that abuse the Lightsworn engine. The only counterplay to Grass is running a 30 card deck, and that's it. Grass is such a sacky card, and it's about time that it finally gets banned for the health of the game. Major Lancia was on the ban list in a pitiful attempt to cut off access to the limit 2s and Invoked variants. It did not work out. Purgatrio will replace it and do a much better job. With my proposal to put Alistar to limit 3, I believe Palace can come off the ban list. I don't think Invoked Element Sabers should completely die off, but that's just my opinion. I feel bad for hire players. This deck has been on the ban list for so long, throughout much of Duel Links power creep. Just give them their cards back. I doubt it'll make any difference until they get Raphael. Last but not least, we have Assault Armor. This equipped card can let a warrior monster attack twice in a battle phase. Listen, this isn't 2017 anymore. Take this card off the ban list already. And that'll do it for my ban list wish list. If you have any comments or opinions, things you want to see added or removed from the ban list, let me know down below. Working on the bots review of Arena of Sanctuary, which will hopefully be out tomorrow. I'll see you later.